I just got 10 million bucks for shit that I ain't even do yet. You spent your money, but I ain't say I was your boo yet. You got your feelings hurt, I ain't really mean to do that. I'm just a bad bitch, I'm sorry I put you through that. I'm from New York, but we don't never say good morning. Gripping the block and he don't come on till the morning. I always pray to have a building with a door.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Fashion. If you guys are new here, please click that subscribe button before we even get started, because why wouldn't you want to subscribe? I mean, like, this video a thumbs up, because I'm sure you're gonna like enjoy this video, and you know, my antics are just, they're just fun and the energy is just there. So like I said, subscribe, like this video before we get started. And yeah, if you didn't do so yet, then I'm really disappointed in you, like really. Okay, let's just get into the video. Today's video is going to be an advice video, and I do these a lot, and I know it's like annoying to hear somebody talk and talk and talk, but what else can I do? I wanted to give like a relationship advice since Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I know there's going to be some people who are lonely, some people who are not lonely, and some people who just don't really care for the holiday or care that they're single or not. It doesn't really bother them, but they do like Valentine's Day. And I'm on the single side, of course, because I'm always single. Like, when do I ever have a boyfriend? I never had a Valentine either, so this is just like some advice like from the past people I've talked to, like the guys I've talked to. I've only dated one guy, and you know, I'm gonna just give you guys some advice that I like learned in high school, and like things that I'm learning now like out of high school. But like mostly I learned all of this in school because I'm surrounded by a bunch of teenagers my age, so it's like, and people who are a little older or younger, so I just learned a lot from other people. So I wrote down some notes. I tried to film this like back in January, but I just never even the right timing. So since Valentine's Day is here, I just wanted to give you guys like a little video, a little love video or whatever. I don't do makeup or anything, so I didn't really have a choice but to do like a sit down talking video. So if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone. I wrote down 8 things, but it's gonna be probably, hopefully this video is like only like 10 minutes tops, because I want to like go through this fast. So I'm gonna explain each thing, tell you guys a little story about like situations I've been in, and then like, you know, give you guys some feedback. So the first thing that I wrote down is self-respect, and I feel like that is the most important thing that you have to conquer. It ties in with like confidence. Like, if you don't respect yourself, nobody else will, and people know exactly how they want to treat you based on the way you treat yourself and the way that you respond to certain situations. So if a person knows that they can cheat on you, I'm sorry, my window is open and I'm using the natural lighting because I didn't use my ring light. So the first video I filmed, I had my ring light, but this one I don't, so I'm sorry if you hear like the outside noise. But like, people know how to treat you based off of the way you react to certain situations. So I seen this tweet. I feel like I'm so self-aware, and like I'm aware of what's going on in this world, and like how people are, how guys are, like relationships. I feel like I've studied it so like good. Not that I sit down and I'm like, oh, let me take this down, let me know this about a guy. It's just like from certain experiences and like the things I've seen in high school, it just makes you learn a lot, and you just like hold that knowledge in when you get in a situation like of that sort. So this tweet that I seen yesterday, it says, don't ever think for a second people don't know how they're treating you. They do, they just don't care. And I was like, wow, this tweet is the realest. Like, it is so true. People will treat you how you treat yourself, and not only that, like sometimes that's not the case. People will treat you however they feel because they know how you're going to react. So if a guy knows that he's cheated on you in the past and you forgave him, he's gonna do it again, and then he's just gonna know that you're gonna forgive. So if you guys are in a toxic situation, they know the cycle, they know that you're gonna come running back, they know that you're gonna chase, so they will treat you terribly because you're taking it, like you're allowing it to happen, and they just don't see a reason to stop because they know that you're gonna fall back into the trap. So that's like something that you have to learn. Like, you have to respect yourself enough to not put yourself in a crappy situation that you can't get out of, or like something that you know it's just gonna be a ending, like it's never ending cycle, and it's just not something you want to get into. Well, the next thing that I wrote down is trusting your gut. These all tie, like everything I wrote down tie into like one. So it's like, if you have a gut feeling that something is just not right, or if you feel like a person is not right for you, or you just know something's gonna happen, I feel like you should never go against it, because you're gonna regret it. You're gonna be like, oh, I knew it, I just knew it, I had a feeling this was gonna happen. And you really gotta like trust your gut. Now for me, this happened like recently. Like the last guy I was talking to, the last time we hung out, it just felt like, in my gut, it just felt funny. Like I just felt like we weren't gonna see each other again after that, and we did not. And it just felt weird. Like, I am an observer. I feel like I'm just like a psychologist at this point. Like, I can read people very well. I study body language, the tone of your voice, the key words that you say, the way you're talking. It's just like the way you're walking, the way you're moving. Like, you can just pick up on energy and like a vibe that a person gives off. So I feel like it's very easy. Some people are just like not aware, and they just ignore all the red flags, and they just walk into the middle of the street. Like, let's say the street is the situation, and like all the cars are coming, but you're just not paying attention, you're just going. And it's like, I'm not like that. I'm an overthinker. I think things through before I do them, and I think a lot. So it may make it seem like I'm an uptight girl, which can kind of be like annoying, I guess, to some people. But I'm just so aware that I don't give people a chance to fool me. Like, yes, I've been fooled before, but like I've always seen it coming, and then I'm like, okay, now I know for next time. Like, next time, just go with your gut. And I don't like confrontation, but if the situation like needs to be addressed, like I'm going to like go all the way there if it's brought up, you know. So like I was saying with me and the guy, like I just felt like it just wasn't, I don't know what happened. Like, we were talking for a while, and you know, some guys, they're like, oh, we don't talk, there's no label, oh, why do you want to know who we are? Like they get stupid, because that just points out the big obvious. Like, oh, so you don't want to like take me serious, that's what you're saying, and you're probably talking to somebody else. So I just know that I'm like a part of your little game. So that's basically what it is. I feel like there's no way around it. You can't tell me different. Like, I just know, and I'm gonna stick with that until people are honest. So with him, it was like it just felt funny. The conversations got like a lot shorter, and it was like, it felt kind of one-sided. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna fall back. And I did not put my feelings into it, because normally when I do, I act a fool and I get so hurt easily. So it's just like, I did not put my feelings into it because I didn't want to go through that again. I was just like, you know what, I just don't want to talk to anybody. So I'm very closed off, and I don't give people chances, really. So when I do, like when people are on your back, like they want to talk to you, and they're acting like they really, really, really like you, and you give them a chance and they mess it up, like it's like a slap in the face. So it's like, okay, clearly you have issues if you have to like use me or lie to me or act like you like me to get anything that you want from me. And that just, it's just annoying. So that's the only thing that bothers me. So it didn't work out. Like, I don't know what happened. He just like, you could tell that, like I said, the tone in people's voice, the way they act is just, it gets different. You could feel it. You could just feel the energy shift. So that's exactly how I felt. So the conversations got shorter. I read this thing on Twitter where it was like, when a person stops, when a person doesn't say good morning to you anymore, that's how you know there's somebody else, or they just lost feelings. Like, they don't really feel no way. And I can't be mad at everybody that wants to stop talking to me. Like, I don't know how you're feeling. Like, you could just lose interest just like how I can. So I can't really sit here and be like mad that you lost interest, you know, if that's the case. But I just feel like when people are just on your back, like, you should just value the time that I'm giving you, you know. And I would do the same. So we didn't talk. Like, he stopped talking to me. Like, he just like ghosted me. So like, I picked up on it, and I'm just like, okay, that's fine. Like, I'm not gonna be texting him like, why are you not talking to me, why are you not talking to me, calling him. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Like, he wasn't my boyfriend. But we were talking for like, it felt like mad long, and it was kind of like 2 months. I'm not even exaggerating, like I'm being serious. Like if you're talking to me every day, like what do you think, what do you expect me to feel? Like, do you want me to feel like we're still just friends or what? Like, you know, so people are just like so silly. Like guys are so silly when they do stupid stuff like that. Like, what do you expect if we're spending so much time together, or we're talking a lot, and like you're acting like you like me and I'm telling you that I like you? Like, what do you think? What impression do you think I'm under? Like, do you think that I think we're just friends? Like, honestly, like make it make sense. So that's what happened, and I didn't mean to turn this into like a whole story time, but like I'm just like trying to go into like each point that I'm making so everybody can like understand like where I'm coming from when I say these, like when I give advice. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. So the third thing I put was open to change, and that means like when you have to like, oh man, what's the word? When you have, it's like sacrificing basically, or compromising, that's the word. You have to compromise with one another because you're not just one now. Like if you're with somebody, it's like kind of like almost everything you do affects the other person, so you have to compromise. Some people don't like drinking, and if you're drinking all the time and your significant other doesn't like it, it's like a compromise. Like that's just an example. Or like smoking, like it's a compromise. Or anything else, like you just compromise. You do things because the other person likes it, or you do things because the other person doesn't like it, like you want to like make them feel better about something. So compromising, if I'm making sense. The next thing I put is have your own back first. I feel like that ties in with like trusting. Like you really never know if somebody's telling you the truth, so it's like you have to have your own back before you try to have somebody else's, because that person can flip on you instantly, and you just, it doesn't have to be like a valid reason. Just sometimes people are just like that, and that's just the way life goes. So it's just like you just have to have your own back. The next thing I put is chasing. Do not chase anybody. If they want to be with you, they will. Like I said before with that quote, people know how they're treating you and they just don't care. So don't try to make up, like don't try to sugarcoat it like they're doing it because of this. And I used to do that a lot with my ex-boyfriend, and it was just not good. Like it was so toxic, and I would just try to be like, I would try to see the best in a person, and I would sympathize with him, and he would make me feel guilty for like the situation he's in, so I would feel bad, and then it would just cause me to not be angry at something that he did. So it was like a repeating cycle, me being used and like brainwashed into believing that I was the problem when I was in fact not the problem. So it's like you can't chase somebody, because then they will treat you however they feel like it, and they know that you're gonna come back. And the next thing that I put is lying. All men lie. Let me not say that. I don't want to rattle up people and be like, oh, not all men. Majority then. Majority. Every guy I've ran into, straight up liars. Liars. Like lie. Like they just lie for no reason. It's just stupid stuff. Like I hate people that lie about little things. Like, where are you? Oh, I'm in the house. And they really just outside. Like, it's not like I'm gonna chase after you and figure out where you at. Like, what's the point of lying? Like, I don't get it. It's not that deep. Like, they lie about little stupid stuff, and that bothers me the most. Like the little things. You're just lying just to lie. Like, who does that? The next thing I put is attention. That goes in with chasing. If somebody's not giving you attention, they're giving it to somebody else. Trust and believe. Just believe it. There's always a second person. It's just, you just have to have that mindset, like there's always a second person. And that might sound a little stupid, like, oh, that's not always the case, but it's like you just have to prepare yourself for things, like for things to not work out, because then if you're so sprung, it's really gonna hurt in the end if you believe that this person could never do you wrong. So that's why it's like you have to see the good and bad in people, so you just know what you're putting yourself into. You have to be aware, like you just have to. The last thing I put is actions versus words, and that is super important. I used to believe words all the time. Like you said, like he said he would be there for me. He said he loved me. He said that we can do this. He wanted, like, but if the person is not showing it, then you really have to just like give up on them. Like that's just the truth. Like if somebody's not gonna act like they want you, then it's just one-sided. Like, I can't give you all the attention and then you're not giving me anything but words. Like, that's just, it just doesn't work out well that way. Like, you have to be 100 with people, and like your actions have to match your words. So it's like, you can't be telling me, you selling me dreams, but then you all the way down here with the action. Like, I'm waiting for the dream to happen, but it's just never gonna happen. So you have to let people like that go. Now, that's the last thing that I had. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's 15 minutes, so hopefully I could cut this down shorter. I tried to like go really fast so it wouldn't be too long and dramatic. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me just giving you some advice about like relationships and people and how I read people and my situations that I've been in before. And I don't hold any hate against anybody I've talked to. It's just like, we're all growing up, we're still young and making like stupid decisions. But like, I just don't like people who prey on you and like they try to like sympathize with you and be like, oh, I understand, and I would never do that to you, and meanwhile you're just doing everything that I said I hated. And people just go out of their way to make a person feel like garbage. It's just like, it's annoying. Like, I just can't stand that. So that's the only thing I just don't respect it. So, but yeah, like I said, I don't hate anybody, any guy I've talked to or been with. So it's just like, whatever. I mean, hey, you'll grow up someday, you'll find somebody someday. You won't lie to every person you encounter, hopefully, you know. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to me yet while I was talking, then like, it just kind of like broke my heart, because I really want you guys to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, so subscribe, like, share, comment your stories that you've had with like guys, or if you guys want to like share to me some of your experiences and like what situations you've been in, any toxic relationships, any happy relationships. I don't want it to be all negative. I'm sorry if this video is like kind of like the bad side of what guys do, or like not just guys, girls do it too, but like just in my experience, guys. So yeah, give this video a like, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Hopefully you will be watching, you'll be tuned in. Hit the notification bell so you could be subscribed so you could be notified when I post. And yeah, I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.
Fits me. Chanel mink slides and shades so they don't know it's me.